Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Shelley here. It has been a hell of a day. I might even say bastard of a day. It is 9:23 p.m. Thursday evening. I just got back from an hour walk. It's nice and warm outside. Had a shower and now I'm here with you guys. I promised you that I was going to do today because I'm taking tomorrow and possibly Saturday off. So here I am. Better late than never, hey? Alright, let me grab my glasses. Ooh. You know, as I was walking, I'm thinking, Alexandra would never, she just would never squeeze it in at this time of night. And she just makes me sick. Anyway, when I say squeeze it in, I meant the walk, because I didn't have a chance to walk all day, so I had to squeeze it in. All right, where are we? Where were we up to? She's overdoing the theatre kids get to annoy the haters. Or is this some sort of personality she's trying to latch onto? Alright, she's made mention of being a middle school musical in the middle school musical in the past. Lately she's trying to sing and pretend this has been her all along. I recognise she has always done the dumb sing-song thing, but lately it's way over the top. Yeah, I think it's when her insecurity gets really bad she starts singing even more. It's completely forced and fabricated, not authentic at all. Yeah, like everything else. Why? It's so annoying and makes her look even more pathetic. She couldn't even name productions she was in because she wasn't. She had one line in one play musical. She wasn't a theatre kid. It's insanely embarrassing to try and embrace your middle school life. Yeah, and she always talks about middle school. She's always referring to it as your 32-year-old personality. Nothing to see here. I absolutely agree with you, love. Okay. I think she always sings because she's trying to cover up the fact that she's breathing so hard. Yeah, maybe she gets a chance to take her breaths in while she's singing. I've thought this too, as well as the constant laughing and chuckling. I only watch her videos through reaction channels, so when people on here post her videos unaltered, I'm always surprised by how slow she truly talks and how still out of breath. Laughing out loud, the same. Mama Goob used to react to her on regular speed. Oh dear God, I'd fucking hang myself. Not sure if she still does, but that's why I can't watch her. I need Alex to be on 1.75. Trust me, if I could do it on 1.75, I would, but I'd miss a lot of things. Agree, she's such a tryhard recently. I've not heard her wax about favourite musicals either. I've not heard her wax? I don't know what that word's meant to be. About favourite musical either on stage or film. It feels so contrived. I sing to my child because I'm a theatre kid. Shut the fuck up. Literally, every parent I know, even the grinchiest of Grinches, will sing to their child. You are not special. Yeah, she is special in a different way. Can confirm, am a Grinch but sing to my kids. Right? Can carry a tune. I can't carry a tune, but my kids loved when I sang to them when they were little. It's gorgeous. I don't understand who lies about this, because when did she ever go to school? I mean, she's talking about maybe like first, second grade. Middle school, she apparently peaked in middle school. When you peak in middle school, you're only 32. Just as troll to steal from the ultimate troll, Trisha Paytas, I think, how she sees herself. Another terrible mother who profits and gets attention from having children, being pregnant. It's been years. I reckon it's been 10 years since I've watched Trisha Paytas. So annoying. She is the furthest thing from a theatre kid. Alex was in one play with one line. Just watch Samantha Joe's video. She is trying very hard to be quirky, funny, and oh so relatable. She's definitely copying Samantha Joe. I've got to do reacts on Samantha Joe too. It would be interesting if a reaction channel watched one of Samantha Joe's videos as a comparison. She's a fat cow, nothing like Samantha Joe. So she's trying, but this cow needs to go graze on a mountain because no one can stand her. Oh, Jesus Christ, guys, hang on a second. The moment, I swear to God, it's like people know that I start to do a fucking vlog and they all want to call me. So I've just... Sorry. Fuck. Alright, it's my fault. I need to turn my phone off from now on when I start doing vlogs. I mean, it's 9:30 for fuck's sake. Anyway, more evidence of her main character syndrome in full effect. A symptom of her narcissism. She probably thinks Taylor Swift's new album was written for her. Apparently, from what we've heard, the Taylor Swift album is meant to be really bad. Anyway, okay, here we go. As an actual theatre kid, this irks me. She said she was in one play and had one line. She hasn't even seen Wicked. I doubt she had the attention span for a single musical viewing in her life. I don't even think she can name 5 musicals. She's not a theatre kid. Singing annoying songs that popped into your head makes you irritating. Not a theatre kid. God, I hope she reads this. She is such a loser. She was in 6th grade production with all her elementary schools here do, and she had one single line, and now she's trying to say she was a theatre kid. She was so fat, and I'm sure she probably had a shitty personality. She makes mention that there was a high school musical production at her junior high, and she didn't get a part, and she mentioned it probably 3 times over the past years. I think this is her lying about her past, as she has lied about everything else. That poor kid, every time she says she's going to turn him into a theatre kid. I know. I just think he's probably going to get beat up, sadly, if he does not have some kind of help. We all see how he is so delayed in everything. He's 14 months old. He doesn't even crawl, let alone stand up. This last picture at the apple farm, he didn't even reach out like a child would at anything. The poor child, I really don't know what he even looks like. I pray he doesn't look like his father or turned into looking more like his... Hang on. I really don't know. I pray he doesn't look like his father or turned into looking more like his father. I don't know. That last line's confusing. Those lies mixed with her saying she was homeschooled, what is the truth? I bet she was the school bully and she got kicked out. No, I reckon she was bullied. She has told Yar she was a theatre kid. He believes all her fantasies she makes up for clout and sympathy. She's an epitome of a bullshit artist. Yep. Potential fraud alert. I love that. I suspect her online character is a washed-down version of her truest self online. I can only imagine what goes on at that house when the camera is off. She's a total idiot. She's manic and a fat cow. She's all over the place. I keep getting Sybil vibe from her. You never know what personality we will get. Manic, angry, ranting, baking 2 times in one day, the same shit. Also, Nancy has been absent and not really mentioned, except they didn't go to the friend's wedding due to the GI bug. Now that I mention this, nasty Nancy will rear her ugly head. One class play does not make a theatre kid. She's a joke. I just realised she's such a fucking idiot when she keeps saying that. Okay, so we're going back to the top now. Out, a cute little Halloween fit, alright. Hang on. Oh, sweetheart. So tight on him, isn't it, at the top?
Anderson's outfit. Cute little Halloween fit.
He's such a sweetheart, that boy.
It's Anderson's outfit.
Oh, God, I don't want to hear her fucking voice. You just have to love how she proves herself lying with her own videos in the exact same video. She's saying it's so hard to change Anderson's clothes and diaper now because he won't stay still. He's always trying to get away. Really? Is he though? He looks pretty still to me. She lies about the stupidest stuff. She's just trying to prove us wrong by saying he's moving and around and getting away from her when her video shows just the opposite. Can he even roll over? Fatso, why don't you show that? Because it looks like he can't. I've never seen a baby lay this still. Most will be rolled over and gone. I know. It's heartbreaking, really. It seriously is heartbreaking, that child. This clip is so off to me. I never had a 14-month-old lay that still unless they are sleeping and Anderson is clearly wide awake. What would make him lay there, not looking at her and self-soothing like that? I know others believe she spikes his bottles, but until there's a valid proof, I just don't even want to know. I don't even want to think about how incredibly dangerous and evil that would be. But this clip right here makes me think some things. I agree. As a mum, my intuition tells me there is something off about this. Indeed. Same. When my kiddo was that young, they were kicking their feet up in the air, making noises, trying to grab for something on the other side of the bed. And if they weren't, they were watching me and trying to talk to me. This scene is just so eerie. Same. I have believed this. It's horrible to even think, but it's odd. She mentioned it herself. She said, I'm using a magic formula to help him relax. She's calming her son. Is a colicky baby. What? She said that? Yep. I don't remember that. Wasn't that gripe water? We won't even know for sure he had colic. For real? My son was colicky even every night from 5 to 6 till 6 a.m. Nothing helped. We took turns staying up with him and walked him through the house, trying to get him to sleep every night. It was hard for everyone. At no point did either of us consider spiking his fucking bottle. Well, an absolute psychopath. Yeah, she is. I missed that. Wow, good catch. I think he's used to being slung, in his bed so much to sleep that he's used to just laying there and being still, just looking around instead of trying to move around to do anything. He does not know that he can get up and do stuff because he's used to being stuck in that bed on his back for hours. Yep, and we all know that Alexandra doesn't help him to, in the slightest to get up and walk or encourage anything like that. She just does not help him like that. Just like in this last vlog where he slept 3 to 4 hours or whatever it was after the apple picking. I bet you anything he was not asleep the whole time. She just didn't want to deal with him. And because Yah was out cutting the grass, she could leave him awake in the bed, which I think she does a lot. I said the same thing. She's either mistaking his silence for him being asleep or she's just plopping him in his crib, leaving him in there wide awake. I was thinking this too. I think it's less of a developmental indicator in this singular instance and more of a learned helplessness. If you're constantly left in his crib to cry it out, just going down on a bed like this is probably a cue to his brain to accept being trapped for the next few hours. That's true. That's true. He probably goes into that mode as soon as he's down. He thinks he needs to sleep. I also think it's very possible he really won't stay still enough for her to change a dress easily because he is either afraid of her or associates her with negative things. Like he's always pulling away from her when she's holding him, always looking for Yah. Yep. Yes, as long as he isn't crying, she doesn't care. That's right. These are my thoughts too, poor baby. Very much so. Even if you wanted to give Alex his a preemie excuse, babies who are younger than 1 would be grabbing their own feet. Babies love their feet once they discover them. Tragic. Exactly. My 11-year-old son has Down syndrome and is still surpassing Anderson in many things. It's just sad to me. You are so blessed. Down syndrome propped are the most beautiful souls. They really are. On the earth, my sister is. That's beautiful. They are. They are the most beautiful human beings. Learned helplessness. He's learned that nothing he does gets him attention he needs. So he's probably just disassociated. That is so sad. Yeah, well, he takes so many naps that he's probably learned that when she puts him down, he's supposed to sleep or be still. That's right. A few other people have said that in this, what I just read now. It's strange that he's not wriggling and kicking about even a little or throwing out kicks. I know that there will, oh my God. Maybe I should have skipped tonight, guys. Sorry, I'm so tired. I know there will be her backups saying we don't see enough of him in comment, but I disagree. She shares a lot, and we know when she is bending the truth too. We see plenty. We will not be gaslit. As parents, we know what is wrong and what is right. It's just sick and sad. Alex vlogs for a living. We see more than enough evidence to incriminate her for neglect and abuse. I've been screaming this for months now. This is not normal. She absolutely needs to be watched closely with Anderson. Signs are there. Red flags. Oh, the poor child. You can't make assumptions and judge based on little snippets of what she shows in her vlogs. Excuse me, but we absolutely can. He's not crawling, he's not standing, he's not walking. He struggles with torso strength as evidenced when she pushes him in little car, and on walks. He doesn't move when placed on bed and is wide awake. What the fuck, Alex? What have you done to this poor child? This little bit of video is absolute evidence of what goes on behind closed doors. You're just stupid enough to post it and think it's normal. Remember the little reel you posted about him clapping in the dark by himself? You just confirmed it goes on all the time. Sweetheart. I hated that clip. It was so sad and cruel. As soon as my kids figure out how to roll onto their stomachs, it was a fight to change their diapers and dress them. The fact that he isn't rolling to trying to play on the bed is extremely concerning. Exactly. My 5-month-old would have rolled right off that bed. She doesn't stay still for more than a second at a time. And she said he does fight her on diaper change. She has no idea what that really is. He probably arches his back is all. Any movement is too much for her. She's so fat, everything is hard. We have never, ever seen him roll over. All she cares about is him walking. She needs PT in-house. Yep, walking should be least of her worries. I said in a previous post that she needs to start over with him. She needs to focus on tummy time to strengthen his core and neck muscles. Exactly, start from square one. This is dark. It's a glimpse into what goes on in his crib when he's in the room with the door closed. Oh, it's heartbreaking. Her stands are going to say, we're reaching, but I get a visceral reaction to seeing a 14-month-old child laying like this with no movement except to suck his fingers, trying to self-soothe while wide awake. Oh, this clip was so bothersome to me too, for every reason you said, and also just the fact that this kid is always in freaking pajamas. So fucking lazy. Unless he's getting ready to fall asleep right now, he's almost still, as if he was sedated. Funny that, isn't it? Why isn't he squirming? Why doesn't he seem excited or even chatty? I don't know. So many things about the way she raises this poor boy are off to me. I'm not saying the outfit isn't cute, but it's fucking pajamas or sweatsuit. I am all for keeping kids comfortable and warm, especially in the area of as the weather is changing. But why can't she ever put a proper outfit on him? Because she's lazy. That's why. It's just easier to put him in pajamas. What about a hat? Yeah, I know, he'd look gorgeous in that. She even struggles to put the freaking hat on him when they're at the beach. Just what about putting in some effort? He's delayed, and it's largely because of her. Yar needs to get his head out of his ass and wake up to who and what he married. Trust me, I know he's no saint, but he's married to a real nut job who is screwing up their child and lying about it. Yep. My kids didn't just lay on their backs like that at 14 months. They'd be rolling over and getting up. It's the effect of neglect. Yep. And I suppose everyone else is saying the same thing. Sweetheart. Oh, gorgeous.
Anderson's outfit. Cute little
oh my
Halloween
God.
fit.
He really is just sitting there
Anderson's
like that, isn't he? Oh, sad. Pumpkin carving, buffalo chicken ranch, Amazon. Today's vlog. YouTube link. Skinny legend. Oh my God, this is fucking brilliant. You OK campaign. Let's have a look. Oh, hang on. Let me try and get that a bit smaller. Okay, let's go up here. All right. Okay, so we've got these hairs that are sticking out that they usually do. Oh my God, this person is fucking brilliant. We've got the flat head at the back. We've got the little hairs that stick out over there. We've got the hunchback. We've got her eyebrows, which are perfectly done. Her nose is perfectly done. Lips and her chins are perfectly done. Oh, this is when she was trying to get her boot on. Oh, fuck, that's funny. Alani Witch. Look at the size of her thighs in this. Oh, my God, that was that black dress that she was wearing. Yep, that were the arms. That was her hair. That was her makeup. She does look like a fucking clown. Okay, we've also got her looking down. Again, flat head with the clip and all those chins. Jeez, this person is wonderful. Oh, dear God. The gaps in between her teeth are done perfectly. I love the way they've done the shape of her head. Look at the earrings. And those little side bits that she always has out. That's fucking brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Okay. No, I definitely don't want to save the image. That's for sure. Skinny legend. 33 comments about that one.
But your
Pumpkin carving buffalo chicken ranch. Why are these two so fucking weird? This whole truck talk in the orchard, yeah, was so unnecessary. Ya had a truck when they moved to Rhode Island, a GMC Sierra 84, which go for 67 to 90k. What is wrong with them?
feels like this feels familiar for him, so maybe he's been here on a field trip or something. We don't know. I know, I turned down the phonics song. I'll turn it back up. All right.
Yeah, I picked that up. And I said she was so annoyed with him. As soon as he started to cry, she really quickly got annoyed with him. As in,
but Yar feels like this feels familiar for him, so maybe he's been here on a field.
She almost wanted to say, shut the fuck up. That sort of attitude and that sort of voice that she had. Yep, I know I've stopped it. I'll put it back up. God forbid your child make a noise. Selfish cow. Maybe it's just me, but this part of the vlog also bothered me. How quickly she raised her voice. Yep. Did you also see the other day when Bruno, I think it was the same vlog, when Bruno barked, the look that she gave him. How quickly she raised her voice and seemed to be bothered by this moment. Like, bitch, don't raise your voice at your kid just because you decided to vlog instead of keeping him happy with the music. That's right. That was playing in the car and that he was enjoying. I'm also going to add something that I recognise is not an opinion that is shared. That is not an opinion that is shared by everyone. So I'm okay if people don't agree. But as someone who is child-free by choice, it does not mean that I do not like children. I actually love children and thankfully have many children in my life, both in my family and among my friends, who I love very much and who love me back. I have very personal reasons, multiple of them, why I chose not to be a parent. I also recognised when I was younger that because of certain health issues that I was dealing with, a lot of anxiety and overstimulation at the time, I recognised that unless I really conquered those issues, it was not wise for me to be a parent. Yeah, that makes sense. Fucking absolutely makes sense. Things eventually worked out and multiple reasons led to me not being a parent anyway, so I didn't have to make that decision on my own, but had some of those things changed, I still would have recognised that I had the responsibility to make sure that I was of a mother as possible, including knowing how to regulate my emotions. That is something that we all know on this sub that Alex has never conquered. She lacks any skill that allows her to properly regulate her emotions, otherwise she wouldn't be so addicted to her food and over consumerism. Alex has mentioned how easily she is overstimulated, and we already know that she is the most insecure, uneducated person in the content creation space anyway, as far as other mum vloggers go. So if she knows that she has such a short attention span and patience and tolerance and so much anxiety that she even mentioned when Anderson was a baby, that time he cried, yeah, she would sweat. Maybe she shouldn't have children. No fucking shit. But Alexandra is selfish, and what Alexandra wants, Alexandra gets. I'm sorry, but if someone had that much anxiety and gets so easily overstimulated, they have a responsibility to address and overcome those issues before they bring another child into the world. I stand by my suspicion that there is so much that we don't see behind the camera, and I think this includes a lot of loss of patience, scolding, yelling, meltdowns on Alex's behalf because she cannot handle motherhood properly. And it makes me really sad for Anderson because he deserves better than the horrible mother she is. Beautifully said. Your observation is not off. He still gives her anxiety. In one of the most recent vlogs, either the last one or the one before, watch her reaction to him when they're in the kitchen when she's holding him and he cries. She thinks he wants to be put down on the floor. Yeah, she puts him down and he cries. It is at that exact moment you see the panic and anxiety set in. Yeah, that's right. And she gets to him, okay, we're going to pick him up again. I'm not exaggerating, she says. Okay, with a degree of being overwhelmed that is not normal. Yeah. Yes, I know exactly which moment you're referring to, so do I, because I noticed it. I'm glad I'm not alone in my observations. That's the degree of overwhelmed for her. Is not normal, and she is evil for not getting her overstimulation and anxiety under control before taking on the responsibility of parenthood. Thank you for confirming. Needless to say, she wants another child. It's a fucking joke. Completely agree. It's like the time she wanted to eat at the food court in the mall, but her 3-month-old son was hungry, and that's right, needed to eat. That's right, and she got really angry. She got really annoyed at him. Any other mother would have just fed their child right there and then, especially if they're bottle feeding. She didn't need to leave them all just because he was fussing. Like, pick him up and just handle it. But nope, this big dummy got panicked and rushed out to the car, to feed Anderson in the back seat. Why? She was so flustered and worked up. Heavy breathing, saying her infant had a mentee B. No, she did. Alex can't handle stress. The tiniest inconvenience makes her flip out. She isn't cut out for motherhood. She honestly shouldn't be responsible for a pet or a human life. Fucking oath, that's so true. But on top of all that, she's also incredibly narcissistic and truly only cares about her own needs and wants. So it doesn't matter if Anderson is quiet and being the best angel baby cooperating. He is still a nuisance to her because it's a thorn in her side that she has to do extra to simply care for him. He's a burden to her, and that makes her dangerous. I 100% believe she yells at him off camera, and Bruno too, definitely. She's mean to them both, I guarantee it. 100% Anderson is showing major signs of a trauma. Oh God, I hope not. And even the tiny snippets Alex shows makes it so clear how she acts around him. She's more than just neglectful, which is bad enough. Alex can't even regulate herself enough to not show her complete irritation and anger at the tiniest thing Anderson does. She is put off whenever the poor thing has any tiny need. She's so frustrated by every single thing Anderson does that isn't sleeping. Stupid woman didn't realize that having a child means your life is now centered on their needs. She's so obviously fighting to keep herself the center. It's so sad and gross. Yep, like I said, Alexandra always comes first. Inconsistent caregiving is damaging to a child, and they carry it into adulthood. That's what happened with my ex. He became avoidant in relationships and can't sustain one. They see love as danger. She wanted a child. She didn't She wanted a child. She didn't and doesn't want to be a mother. There is a difference here. She wanted a child like she wants a new purse. That's right. It gives her the dopamine hit. But when it comes to actually parenting, she wants none of the patience, accountability, responsibility that parenting requires. Yep. Beautifully put. You are so right. Nothing you are saying is even controversial, in my opinion. No, I didn't think it was either. You're not saying parents can't be human or feel overstimulated. You're just saying that it shouldn't be a constant thing they have absolutely no control over or ability to cope with, like dumbass Alex does, where every tiny thing sends her into a spiral. We as humans have a responsibility not to put our own baggage and things we may deal with onto the next generation. It's awesome and selfless that you are aware enough to recognize that. I also do not have kids and do not plan to. However, I am a teacher and have spent the past 25 years either teaching them or taking care of children in various capacities. I get easily overstimulated too and have had to do a lot of personal work on that front. My job is not for everyone. God, no. I'd go insane being a teacher. And I totally get that. I also know personally that I can't do all the stimulation at work, then go home and deal with it too. That's my line and I'm cool with it. God bless people who can take more noise and activity, but it ain't me. Parenting is a huge important job and I have immense respect for people who do it. It just isn't my personal path. It also makes me want to cry that Alex is such a selfish asshole that she's taken her frustrations out on a sweet little kid who just wants to hear his song. And talking to him at that tone that he won't understand. Why even but he'll know she's frustrated. Yeah, she's such a bitch. This was a glimpse into the true mummy dearest. She is annoyed by anything other than a happy or sleepy prop. If he cries, moves or speaks, he's bad. She's horrible. She's the ultimate control freak and narcissist. Any sound from him is viewed as insubordination. Yeah, there's no patience, no understanding, no genuine empathy, nothing. She doesn't have empathy for anyone but herself. I have said that 1,000,000 times over. Example, yes, her son and her stepsister. 100%. Sadly, I've been around enough narcissistic parents to be able to spot the signs, and there's absolutely no doubt about Alex. It's always so heartbreaking to see little Anderson is showing so many signs of trauma. Oh, God, I can't read this anymore, guys. It's too sad. Oh, dear God, look at her. Oh, my God, I have never seen... She's got this more filled up than what you see some supermarkets have. Look at that. That's lovely right there. She's only got 500 of them, and her filter is filtering to the high heavens. It really is. I've got to read some of these comments. God, she looks bad in that. I mean, what's new? You can actually see her legs going knock-kneed in this. The knees are not... Yes, the knees are knocking and her barrel gut is popping. Why were her knock knees never treated? It's so... Because she didn't have knock knees. She never did. I've been a watcher of Alex for many, many years. She was never knock-kneed. It's only when she got bigger, when she got obese, it deformed her body, including her knees that are non-existent. It's so fucked up. They just ignored it. Obviously, her food addiction is making it worse, but even without the weight, that has got to be uncomfortable. But she is walking at a faster pace, over 3 miles a day, y'all. And she feels weird when she doesn't get her daily walk. Yeah, my fucking ass. I'm clocking 5 miles in the same time she's doing 3. What the actual fuck? Her mum was too busy trying to find a new man in order to make ends meet because Roger abandoned them and took away their financial security. That sounds like snark, but it's not. Right. While she left Alex on her back and let her eat large amounts of junk food, no doubt, flat head and severe knock knees. Great job, mama, piece of shit dukers. An obvious failure of Nancy and her doctors. I can't imagine no one noticed and and Mimi, was a nurse. They are pretty bad in my opinion. Probably because her mum is just as terrible of a mother as Alex is, because of unhinged parents. Yeah, she was always on and on about non-existent bump. Yeah, her non-existent bump. But what about all the actual things she has going on? Why doesn't she talk incessantly about all her actual real attributes, like her knock knees, underbite, flapping fupa, back bump, cross eyes, barrel gunt, speech impediments, arm boobs, frog ass, man hips, flat head, huge neck, no neck, receding gums, etc. I mean, there's a plethora of things she could sing herself platitudes on. Of things she could sing herself platitudes on. Oh my God, any movie 9699. I fucking love that comment. Grouchy Picture says, why does she think anyone wants to see her weirdly pasty gut? I mean, it's obviously filtered, so why couldn't she add some MS paint spray so it doesn't look like a bloated corpse? I was just about to say, doesn't the floor frame behind her look bent? Yeah, because she's fucking filtering. Are you surprised? What, that here? I don't know, it doesn't look bent to me, but I know she's definitely got filters on. Definitely got filters on, even though to me that the wall doesn't look bent. Oh God, that was a great comment. That fridge is ridiculous. It's not like the flex she thinks it is. Another example of her addiction. I was going to say that the amount of soda, and carbonated and sugar drinks these two have is diabolical. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's not yet an unpacked boxes of drinks in the garage because they don't fit in the fridge all at once, for sure. Can't wait until Anders opens it up and takes them all out constantly. When he's older, Dukas will probably get Anderson his own fridge so she can lock him in his room, oh God, and have her kitchen all to herself to binge in secrecy. Thinking of Alex sneaking off to binge addict behaviours makes me feel so unsettled. I can't imagine actually deal with one in real life. He'll have his own fridge and snacks like the Doherty dozen. That's exactly right. Wonder if they had to pay extra for that. Guess I am a peasant. We keep ours in the fridge and honestly don't drink a lot of carbonation. Most people don't consume anywhere near what Dukas does. She spends so much money on food, she just swallows whole. Her whole life is just getting things to eat, eating them, and then shitting them out. Sorry for being graphic. Anything that gets in the way of her, like the baby needing anything from her, makes her rage. Such a hashtag so blessed and happy life. The picture smells. 400-pound skinny queen. What the hell is this? Wow. This short clip in the vlog was so embarrassing. Her body is so tragic and the lack of muscle tone or femininity was so obvious in this clip. She jiggles everywhere, has no shape and looks so unkempt and disheveled in this outfit with those X knees and barrel gunt. I know a lot of us can't control genetics and these things that we inherit from our parents as far as our body shape. But let me say this again. She never had knock knees when she was normal, like a normal overweight, not obese like she is now. Her knees were fine. Just go back and see the retro reacts or go back to her movies. Go back to her things from like 10 years ago. She didn't have those knees like that. She had normal legs. But the fact that Alex's awful shape is a result of her mother's negligence when she was younger, coupled with all the poor choices that Alex has made in her life to not take care of herself, it's embarrassing. Also, there's no fucking way that Alex is walking 4 miles a day because she would not be that jiggly and she would have a lot more muscle tone by now. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me, guys. I'll do a little bit more. Then I've got to get going, otherwise I think I'm going to fall asleep while I'm reading out the comments. If she took the time and effort to learn how to properly dress for her tragic figure, she could easily mask a lot of her issues. Yeah, that's right. But in her delusional mind, she's a skinny girl, so she's going to dress the part. It's so true. Remember, I will never ever forget, and I know I've said it many times on this channel, when she actually said in one of the videos, not everything you wear has to be, what was that word? Not everything you wear has to be flattering. Well, nothing you wear is flattering, Alex. 100% facts. I agree with this so much, and I literally know people in my work and personal life who maybe don't have the most flattering shape, but who have an incredible sense of style and a good understanding of their body. Even I have learned that over the years there are ways to really come across more elegant and, like she'd know how to even spell the word, and put together when we understand that there are certain things that flatter us. That's right, but she doesn't care. And not everything has to be flattering. And certain things that don't. But Alex is blocked by her delusion and makes herself look 1,000,000 times worse by the things that she wears. Exactly why someone with her shape really needs to be at a healthy, normal weight. Exactly. Many toddlers are knock-kneed, but it resolves by itself. In the time in early elementary school, most adults I see that are knock-kneed are obese. We know she is lying, walking 12,000 steps a day. Highly unlikely. She would keel over with that breathing. Yep. She looks like someone dropped her and put her back together all wrong. I love that. She looks like a toddler throwing a tantrum with a jukebox in her hand. Oh my God, her legs, I will never get over them. And the worst part is that they are a result of her mother's negligence and Alex's own doing. Pathetic. It's sad that mother of hers is unreal. Oh my God, this pic has everything. Her Wakanda Forever knees knocking, gut peeking out, arm blobs dangling down. I wish she would wear some flattering clothes once in a while. She wouldn't know how. She would never be associated with anything related to Wakanda Forever. Literally never. I agree. But Barry Cousin came up with it, and it's the funniest description of Alex's legs I have ever heard. And your dog came in from mowing the lawn and ignored her. Addressed Anderson and walked right past her. She thought it was funny. I thought it would have been cut out of her vlog. No, she laughed. She said, just ignore what I have to say. He uses every opportunity to show how much he despises her. And she leaves this in her vlog for all to see. Make it make sense. Some days he's overperforming for her camera. He looks like he wants to scream. The marriage is annoying roommate status. Is she fucking for real? She is a joke. Then asks why she's an LOL cow. Okay, peeps, she's saying she's 5'7". Does anyone feel like she's about 5'4"? Maybe it's the warped perspective, but she's so massive. Not at all. I feel like she's at least 5'9", if not 5'10". Are they serious? Laugh my ass off. Oh, okay, they're joking. And lies about being shorter because it makes her sound more petite. No, I don't think so. She says Yah is almost 6 feet or just straight up. Says he is 6 feet tall depending on the mood, but they are almost the same height whenever they take pictures together. So someone is lying about their weight and it's about their height, and it's probably Alex. Yep, that was taken. You got to understand that looks like that was taken from an upward angle, so you don't really get the proper measurements in that photo. Okay. Alright guys, I'm leaving it here. I hope you enjoyed what I've read out so far. I'm sorry if I start really, energetic and end up sounding like I do now. It's just that I just had a very busy day, that's all. But thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys very, very much. I'm going to try and squeeze in a reaction on Saturday. My Saturday, remember? My Saturday, which would be your Friday night. So I'm going to try and do that. Tomorrow there will be no react for me. I'm not going to have the time and cannot even squeeze it in. Alright, my loves, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being patient with me and my uploading. I appreciate you all. Leave me your comments below, and I will see you on Saturday's vlog. It's bye from me.